Hey you, yes I'm talking to you. How dare you eat into my pie? That was my customer, you fool. You can't sell him stuff like that. Listen you, don't buy stuff from him. That's just not the right fit for you. It's not the kind of product that you want. He's selling you all wrong stuff. I'm the smarty pants of this industry, okay? Listen, don't buy from him, I'm telling you. You think I've lost it? Stay on course. Hello, I'm Tavleen from Weister Academy, and in this video I'm going to talk about how waging a war on your competitor can be the strongest weapon of your arsenal. Back in 2007, when Steve Jobs was launching the Apple iPhone, journalists and writers from across the globe had come to witness what would be the most pivotal moment in the history of technology. Well, just before unveiling the Apple iPhone, he said something which was truly revolutionary. Well, let me read it out for you. He mentioned that the Apple iPhone has a revolutionary interface. And then he rhetorically asked, why do we need a revolutionary interface? He said, here are 4 smartphones. He showed a picture. The Moto Q, the BlackBerry, Palm Treo, and the Nokia E62, the usual suspects. And what's the problem with the interface? The problem is in the bottom here. It's this stuff right here. That's when he pointed at the keypad. Every application needs a different interface, slightly optimized for it. It doesn't work because the buttons and controls can't change. True man, this guy is correct. You know, I always found a problem with these stupid keypads. I just knew they weren't going to be the thing of the future. This guy is a genius, isn't it? And then he went on to say, what happens when you come up with an idea 6 months from now? You can't add a button or 2. Well, then how do you solve this problem? And with that said, he took the opportunity to announce the multi-touch, the big screen, the Apple iPhone. Well, here's what I want you to focus on. He did wage a war. He did call these products the villain of his story. But what's the big deal about it? Would Dark Knight become the Dark Knight without the Joker? Every great hero needs a villain. So there isn't any big deal about it, right? The important stuff is that he did not single out a BlackBerry or the Nokia E62 particularly, but he actually waged a war on the entire gamut of products, the entire industry which produced smartphones with keypads. Now this is smart, insanely smart. Well, I call this feeding the rational mind technique, which means that whenever your audience is hearing out your marketing message, their inner voice is constantly disturbing them. It's constantly asking them questions about your existing competition. So how can you disrupt? Well, if you can put yourself in their shoes and quickly switch roles and answer their questions even before they ask them, you've persuaded them. You've done the job. I was exactly asking this question. Are you a fucking mind reader or what? Well, I told you I'm the smarty pants of this industry. Don't worry, sweetheart, I'm not going to leave you with that. I'm definitely going to dovetail into this and explain you how you can use feeding the rational mind technique for your business. But for that, I will have to introduce you to someone. It's Susan Peirce Thompson. She's an expert on sustainable weight loss. Now, Susan, in her pitch for happythinandfree.com, her website, spends about 3 to 4 minutes talking about herself and explaining her program. And then she spends about a minute attacking her competitors in the weight loss industry. Alright, now, no switching tabs. This is indeed one of the most powerful pitches that I've heard. She says, I want to let you know something else that I have noticed. It's that most people who design fitness programs and weight loss programs really don't know themselves what it's like to be powerfully obsessed with food and feel the addictive pull and to not know how to control it. I know it, okay? So what happens is when people who don't relate to that feeling design plans, they design them all wrong. Okay, listen, I've been there. Yeah, exactly in that situation. I know how it feels. They say eat in moderation, eat several small meals a day. All these small pieces of advice that don't work for people who are on the high end of the spectrum. I'm the smarty pants of this industry if you haven't guessed it so far. Alright, I love you, Susan, but you get the point, right? So now this gives her a beautiful opportunity to position herself and then say how she is different from the rest of them. So you know, the problem with other consultants and coaches is that they really don't know how difficult it is to learn from a video which is boring and preachy. Whereas I try to use some role plays, do a lot of action and have fun, and talk about only stories and case studies which are genuinely interesting. Hey, by the way, did you subscribe to my channel and register at my website yet? So you get the point, don't you? Well, now let me give you the rationality behind this technique. When you actually put yourself in your audience's shoes and field questions confidently about your competition, you no longer play on the defensive side. And you get an amazing opportunity to position yourself as the hero of your industry. So find the villain of your industry and attack him. But here's a word of caution, do not single out anyone. Get your swords out, people, we declare a war. Not the other guy. No. Head over to the website right now.